everybody. I just left the man cave and I came over here to our next project. This driveway all gets turned to concrete. So we're ripping out all this asphalt. Way up here. And this whole turnaround gets ripped out as well. All this becomes concrete. My kind of job. Elliot back here for the summer. Welcome back, Elliot. Just greasing up the machine. He hit all these. So I just finalized things with the homeowners. All this is coming out. So let's get busy and start making a mess. Has to get a little worse before it can get better, right? So it's coming out real nice. A lot of the asphalt's about 1 inch to 2 inches thick. It was all broke up right here, so I started digging that. That crumbled real easy, so now I'm under it, just peeling it up. So I'll go ahead and set up the camera. I'll just put you on time lapse for now. There's so much to do. Then we'll talk again in a little bit. The guy should be here any minute with the dump truck. We're parking them right there. Easy load and out of here. It's real muddy everywhere else, so it's real nice to come here and do this. Okay, just pushing forward. Tom's bringing back a load of limestone. Dump that right here. The guys are working on that for him. I just peeled everything back. Got a nice big stockpile of it over there. Backup lights out. Knocked that stone down. We pulled a string from end to end and measured and got 5 inches all through there. Now they're putting our spreaders in. I'm going to continue to back drag this. I'm going to gather up another pile. We'll get one more load out of here. I think I hear Steven coming back now. We're going to demo to that bend, and that way the mixers can come right up around there real easy. It rains every other day, so it'll help keep it a little bit drier around here. Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in to Conquer with the Hosses. We are underway on this driveway project. We poured all this on Friday, all the way out to here. It was a busy day. I didn't do any videoing on it because we have so much driveway to do. Something different we're doing here, we're putting a decorative border along this perimeter all the way down to the common lane. Both sides. We're doing it at a monolithic border and driveway. That way we don't get any movement a couple years down the road. All the way around to our decorative patio we did about 3 or 4 years ago. We did a real nice patio over there. I'll show you that in a little while. We're just busy over here. While he was doing a final mix, I wanted to bring you up to speed what we're doing. So as the day goes on, I'll do some videoing. We just took and spread about 1.5 to 2 inches of concrete. Got all the steel and wire up. We sometimes use chairs under this, but it gets kind of wavy. So we like a nice even bed of concrete. Pick it up and it stays up in the concrete just fine. So now we'll go ahead and pour it. This is a parking pad up here, and we have a little crown in it to push water that way as well as this way, right and left. And it's all heading down the driveway as well. Talk to you in a little bit. Okay, we just finished pouring. As you saw, we got this ready to go. We pulled a string down this to set our peak in the middle, and it breaks to each side. Now, one more of those and we lose our peak, and we're to a flat plane going right down the hill. I hear number 2 out there on the main street waiting for Tony to back out. He's gonna pull in, pour this in just a couple of minutes. This is still really soft. See, when you touch the concrete and it sticks to your fingers, you don't want to touch it at that point. Just let it dry a little bit. When you touch it and all you see is moisture on your fingers, then it's ready to edge and float. Okay, get a drink of water, get a sip of coffee, back at it here shortly. So with number 2 here mixing up, this concrete's still really soft. I can't pull that board yet because then the expansion joint will push and be all crooked. So we're going to get a bead of concrete right down that form. We'll pull that form out and tuck the new concrete in all at the same time. Kenny, Ned, go! Go that way. Sorry for yelling at the camera. We'll get that board out and we'll straight edge it the exact same way. So that's how we pour our spreader. We have an expansion joint in there separating the pads for expansion and contraction, a little bit of movement onto this pad. Okay, it is 7:45 a.m. This was our biggest pour of the day. 2 trucks, 2 pads. These are about 6 yards each. So 12 yards on the ground, nice and early in the morning. Now we're going to single truckloads. We turn this. Single truckloads for the rest of the day. I'd like to get up to that bend. I can't remember if I talked about this. So tomorrow, all we have to do is go down the hill. Once we prep that, our mixers won't be able to make that turn. We need to pick that board up a little bit, but we're not there yet. So now that the temperature starts climbing, our big pour is done this morning, nice and cool. 1 truck on out here for the rest of the day. So I always just like doing these as soon as I can. This cut in real good. It's a little bit shorter. This is a longer run and my knee board sunk in a little bit. So I just smear that knee board around. I don't want to leave just a square impression. You might see that through your broom mark. So I take my knee board and just smear it, and then we'll float that shut after it tightens up. Cuts are in. Pretty soon I'll be putting these in. Ken's leaving and he's just going to go get us probably 5 more yards for right here, and we'll keep on pushing forward. Okay, concrete is ready to go. Steve's jumping on that end. I'm going to get on here. This is a little soft yet, so we're just keeping up with it. Talk to you in a little bit. This pad is all rubbed up, re-edged, ready for broom, a little bit soft. This one is edged, ready to be rubbed, a little bit soft. Number 3 pad, just trimming the wire to fit. Waiting on 5 yards for this. What we did here, I think you can see it pretty good from this angle. We brought it over. We have a peak right here and a little bit of fall cresting to the edge of the driveway as well as into the front yard. Just put a little mound there. That way we didn't have to pitch everything one way and push all that water in one spot. Now we're dividing the water flow half and half. I think it looks pretty nice up through there, nice and even. Everything pitching away from the house up there, following that wall right out. Okay, mixer will be here shortly. Just cleaning up this border. Nice true lines. This is all done here. I just have to stretch this joint. The other Steve is putting our texture in. Spraying the wheel. Giving it that slate impression. Doesn't look like much now. Later today we're going to antique all this storm gray, outlining the entire driveway. All one pour. This border will never move. It's all tied together. So it's going to continue all the way down to the street. Alright, hitting that other side next. Okay, mixer's due any minute for that pad. And final border. You want to get this on before it gets too tight. Otherwise you really got to press down on it. Alright. See, very little effort to get it in. Changing up all the directions. Last little bit right there. Home stretch. Right. Okay, we're making good time. It's 9:45. Number 3 trucks here. This is all done, sealed. So once we're done pouring this, we could probably get in our socks and edge that. I think we might get 5 loads in here today. It's going pretty good. We have 2 other guys pouring a patio, a big patio in 2 pours at another job site. That's why there's just 4 of us here, if you're wondering where everybody's at. This concrete's just a little bit soft to get on yet. Steve cut in the border. Everything's edged, just drying up nicely. While we were waiting on that, graded, put down some wire, and now we're starting to run our forms. We couldn't prep this because the mixers need to make their turn, so we're prepped halfway. We can pull the mixer in. This will be our last mixer up top here. And we're gonna get poured to right in this area somewhere. Now the next truck doesn't need to make the full turn, so we can go ahead and put this radius together. My goal is to get poured right up to this bend today. So 2 more trucks, 7 and 7. That'll put us right in this area. Easy finish up tomorrow. The trucks can just pull up, slight turn, and we won't have to worry about our forms because they won't need to make the full turn around there. You can see from here how that is just starting to pitch that way and that way. Now it's all one plane coming right down the drive. So each load of concrete, I'll do a little bit of footage, but I think it would be quite boring for you if we videoed pouring every slab. That's why I'm bouncing around a little bit. It's such a big driveway. We don't need to video every square foot of it. But I really wanted to get these borders for you. So later today we'll start antiquing, and that'll really bring that to life. Right on schedule. Okay, Steve's on the morning truck in his socks, not hurting at all, putting in our finished edge mark. I'm going to start taking care of this border. Now what I didn't like about the earlier process, we would spray the wheel in the grass, wasting material and probably killing the grass a little bit. So I just take this and dunk it in the sprayer, or in the bucket. That way I don't waste any material. With everything being so pricey these days. So you just saw us hit all that. Steve, how long did that take? 10 minutes?
Yeah, that was about 10 minutes.
10 minutes, 15 minutes? Not even 15 minutes to get our cuts in, rub it up and broom it. Border's drying. Steve's putting on our SRT from ChemMaster. We put that on all of our exterior broom concrete. It gives us real good surface protection, as well as a mild penetrating sealer. All right, one more truck coming. They're running this inside radius. We're gonna nose the truck up to about here. He won't be able to make the whole turn now because of the bend in our forms. So that was our goal. We're trying to get to here today for an easy finish up tomorrow. Here we go, final truck of the day. I'm going to attach the camera right here. Get you some up close footage. Jim. Come forward, Jim. Or you want to stay there? Never mind, never mind. Okay, Ken, back it up. Just working on this edge. I figured I'd get the last couple of feet. This is 12 inches from groover to curve. Just clean that form off, scrape it into the concrete. Keeping it nice and flat. You can see how it cuts a nice even groove in to outline the whole entire driveway. That's all there is to it. You have to do it when the concrete's nice and soft to get that groove in nice. All right, continuing to get ready.